What were you doing when you were 17? I bet it wasn't cave diving. This guy's cave diving. Stay tuned to find out why. What do you think?
I prefer
Well, that's just like your opinion, man. Alright guys, welcome back to Dive Vibe. My name is Zach. I'm a technical rebreather instructor and a former Army medic / CLS instructor. And this is Matthew. Matthew, you're a diver.
Yeah.
Okay. How long have you been diving?
About 7 years now, I'd say.
7 years. And how old are you?
I'm 17, so
So
I started when I was 10.
So you, as soon as you could get certified?
Yeah.
That's when you got certified?
Yeah.
And what's your most recent course? What level are you at now?
Intro to cave.
Intro to cave?
Intro to cave.
17 years old, he's intro to cave. Okay. All right. I'll save my excitement because it's only going to get more exciting. So where are you doing most of your diving?
Florida, I'd say, right now. But it's usually, if we're here, it's in Blue Lagoon in Huntsville.
Blue Lagoon, Huntsville, Texas. Some of you guys are going to know that place. Probably a lot of you have no idea what we're talking about. So Blue Lagoon, Huntsville, Texas is a limestone quarry, old limestone quarry filled with water, and it is where a whole bunch of Texas divers got their start. They're certifying people there year round, not so much in the winter, but did I DM your class? Assist with your class?
Maybe?
Maybe?
I'm not sure.
I don't remember. We did a lot of diving together when he was like, you were like that big?
Yeah, maybe a little smaller, who knows.
That big?
Yeah.
Ultimate cave diver. Ultimate cave diver. Oh, we'll put a picture up of what Maddie looked like back then. Adorable. Now he probably hates that because what are you now? What'd you tell me? You're a side mount what?
I'm a side mount beast?
Side mount beast.
Side mount beast.
Beasting all over the place. So we've established that he's not your everyday teenager because what was I doing when I was 17? Listening to music way too loud. That's why I can't hear anything anymore. Certainly not diving. I wish I'd started back then. I'd probably be better than I am now, which would be good. Okay, so you're only 17 years old. You've done all these classes. So far, what's been your most memorable moment underwater?
I'd probably have to say the first time I went into Ginny.
I would certainly agree with you there. I remember the first time I went to Ginny Springs, I just read The Last Dive. You ever read that book?
No.
It's about Chris and Chrissy Root. I can't remember their last name. But anyway, they were cave divers and wreck divers on the East Coast, and they got their start diving at Ginny Springs. And they would camp out there and dive for a long time. But I remember rolling in and I'd read all about it, how you could camp there and all this stuff and what it looked like. And then it was a surreal experience, just driving into the place. I was so excited. But what was it like the first time you got under the water there? Because Ginny is like gorgeous clear.
Yeah. Well, the very first time we dropped in, we went in through the eye.
The eye.
And
that's the better starting point.
Yeah. We went in. I think I was the second person in. So I was going behind my dad, and we're going through, and we hit the bedding plane, and I was like, this is cool, because I like that tight stuff. That's really fun for me. And so we were going through it, and I was like, this is awesome. Yeah. And then it just randomly opened up into like the biggest room I've ever seen.
The gallery?
Yeah, the gallery. It was like 70 feet high, 40 feet wide, just absolutely amazing. And the color, and it was just...
The gallery is like a cave highway. Like you'll see like guys up on the ceiling trying to avoid the flow on their way in, and then you look down and there's divers coming out. I remember being in there just in real simple, just doubles, no stages, no nothing like that. My O2 bottles back by the exit. And looking down and seeing dudes with rebreathers, like 4 or 5 tanks and scooters. I'm like, Jesus. Wow. It's like the whole time I was at Ginny was like a constantly humbling experience. It seemed like everybody I met was so much better than me at diving.
Oh yeah.
And it was a huge difference because when I was diving at Blue Lagoon, I was one of the better divers there, usually, always. And then I go to Florida and the caves, and I'm like, that is not the case anymore. I'm low man on the totem pole. Do you feel like that too?
Oh yeah, I was, because here I'm that guy, you know. but but
Probably getting underestimated all the time,
Yeah.
I imagine. But that makes it fun.
no,
when
it
you
makes
get
it
to surprise people.
much more fun because people look at me and they're like, "What? Hold on."
So are you diving side mount or back mount mostly?
Side mount.
Side mount.
Yeah, I don't think I've been in back mounts since I started side mount.
Really?
Yeah.
What BC are you using?
X deep.
Right on.
Yeah.
I'm in the game, I was on the bench. First I was renting, now I'm collecting rent. First it was the Beamer, now I want the Benz. Spending all the back like, here I go again. Outside says the chirp, now the camera phone. Told you I'ma make, keep the channels on. Why you acting different when the camera's on? Why you acting different like your paper?
What was the learning curve like when you first dropped in for your cavern class? What was that? I mean, because before that, the highest level course you took was probably rescue.
No, I haven't even taken rescue.
You hadn't taken rescue yet?
My highest was nitrox.
Nitrox.
So I've done open water, nitrox, cavern, side mount, and now cave.
Okay.
Yeah.
Right on. So you did side mount before cavern.
Yeah.
Obviously. How was taking side mount and then going in cavern? Which one would you say was the harder course?
The harder course was probably side mount
Really?
because it was just a different feel than back mount. And we
Okay.
had to get everything set up, but other than that, it all felt pretty easy. So.
Really? Okay, good. Who was your side mount instructor?
Chris Brock.
Chris Brock?
Yeah.
You want to say hi?
Yeah. Hey, Chris.
Hi, Chris. I've never met Chris, but I hear good things. Obviously, he's produced some great students. That's fantastic.
Yeah.
Tell me what cavern was like. First drop into the cave. What was your first thought when you got out of there?
Wow. Wow, I love this.
Yeah.
This is what I want to do forever because it was a whole new world. I've always wanted to do it, and it was just amazing.
That's crazy. When I found out, when Jason told me that you were doing cavern, I was like, Maddie? Maddie? Cavern? That's amazing. Oh, but so which dry suit did you use?
Wetsuit.
I knew you'd do wetsuit.
Wetsuit.
Was it cold?
Very.
What thickness wetsuit?
5?
5?
5?
Get hard. This dude's doing caves in a 5 mil.
5 mil,
Jesus.
yeah. We got me a 7 mil.
You got a 7 mil
Yeah.
now. Moving
up in the world, yeah.
Well, I guess you got to hit like you're probably not going to grow too much more. It's probably dry suit
Yeah,
time.
dry suit time.
Dry suit
Saving
time.
up now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I do love a dry suit, but God, they can be a pain in the butt.
Oh,
Wetsuits
yeah.
are fun. But man, in caves, there's just no substitute for a dry suit.
Oh yeah, no, I was freezing the whole time.
So, I was talking. Your dad was telling me that you're looking a lot into exploration.
Yeah.
Right? That's what you want to do. I know. By the time you're my age, you will have been diving for more than half your life. So I'd say that definitely puts you as a good candidate for some exploration. So what's next? What's next on your list?
Well, I want to go to Florida. I want to stay there for a while.
Yeah.
Just get some more dives under my belt, more experience.
You really gotta live there
Yeah.
for a while to get good.
I'm gonna hopefully stay with my instructor, get more specialties, stuff like that, do all that great stuff.
That'll be great. I don't know if you ever played The Witcher. No,
Oh.
I'm not gonna. Did you? You did. You know the scene when Vesemir tells everybody not to, or says you don't practice alone.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that's important because if you practice alone, you're just cementing in the problems that
Yeah.
you may have. So if you're practicing, with a buddy, or an instructor that can actually see what you're doing wrong and be like, don't do that anymore, you're gonna get so much better so fast.
Yeah.
And you're headed out to Florida next week, right?
Yeah, the 27th, 28th, something like that.
And which cave system are you guys going to? You doing multiple ones?
Yeah, so I think we're gonna go to Peacock first, do that for a little, and then I think we're gonna go to Ginny again.
Every time I go to Florida, Peacock is washed out. I've never dove Peacock.
You gotta get there real early. We were the first people there when we were doing my cave class.
Mm-hmm.
It was clear, nobody was there, it was great.
That sounds great. So is it a bit like the Blue Lagoon? If you get there late, then all the silt bunnies have been rolling around in there and
Oh,
you
yeah.
can't see anything?
Oh yeah, especially if there's been a class that just went through, did a lost line drill.
Because they're getting wild in there.
Oh yeah.
Man, coming out blindfolded on the when you get to a line trap.
Oh my
That's so
gosh.
much fun, especially if you've got like a cave instructor that's really good at picking a line trap.
Mm-hmm.
Like when I did one with Ed Sorensen, I was like, how did you find this? It's like it was, I'm pretty sure he was in there rolling rocks around and trying to make a perfect line trap.
Yeah, we were doing our air share, no lights buddy drill on our way out. My hands were just getting cut up on those rocks the whole way out.
After my cave course, I did like cavern, intro, and apprentice all in a week. And then I went back later and did full cave, which a lot of people have a problem with it, with doing that many courses at once. And I honestly would tend to agree now that I have hindsight. But at the end of that course, my fingers would just like spontaneously start bleeding. It was horrible. And then I learned about the creams and salves that you can put on your hands in between dives to kind of help out with that. And then I also learned that there are better ways to pull, so you're not messing yourself up. But I
was told to roll, like my palm. Never worked. I was
never worked.
I wasn't good at it.
I mean, even trying that, I still come out with raw fingers every time. I don't think the police can actually identify me by my fingerprints. I'm a cave diver, just scratched up. Okay, so dream destination. What's the #1 thing on your bucket list for caves right now?
Ooh, that's a good question. I've seen a lot of like caves in France and stuff like that, and in Europe. Those look really cool. I saw one, I don't remember the name of it, but it just looked like somebody like cut straight through the middle of it.
Really?
Yeah. Oh, it was wild.
There's a good one to put on your list in Budapest. There's actually a cave system that runs underneath the city. Basically what happened is that people were diving it forever, but now it's easier to dive because they were cutting through into this hillside, I guess it was, or they were trying to make a tunnel for people to walk through down to the street. And as they were tunneling through, they opened up into a big chamber, flooded chamber.
Oh, wow.
And they're like, oh, well, I guess we can't go this way. So they kind of abandoned that. But a local dive shop there took over that tunnel, and all through the tunnel, they've got workbenches lining the sides, and each one is a dive station, basically, with a number, and you can put your doubles there, or your rebreather, your side mount tanks. And then it's just like I had like a 20-foot walk to the water.
Oh, wow.
Just giant straight in. It was super easy. The one thing, though, is that it is a thermal spring. So the water at the surface is like 90.
Oh.
So you get in there, it's super warm. And it makes the whole tunnel like super humid and warm. Like we couldn't photograph for very long in there because it was like fogging up our lenses and stuff. But then you get down into the cave and it gets to like 50-something degrees. It's super cold. So you go from 90, it's like a Texas lake, like Lake Travis or something in the summer. It was ridiculous, but definitely do that one. I would say it was kind of, it was like a Jenny Springs, different a lot, because they had like some quartz formations and stuff in there. It was sick, and there's no flow.
Oh, really?
But it was really nice. It had a lot of the big vertical chambers, like the gallery.
Yeah.
Which I love that stuff.
Those are
it's
so
super
cool.
Okay, so the moral of the story is, guys, if you are thinking about going cave diving or wreck diving or taking one of these courses, rebreather, tech, side mount, whatever it may be, what are you waiting for? This guy's 17 years old and he's dunking on you. You're done. You got no chance. He's already going to lap you. So get out there and start diving. Come take a class with me in Hawaii. That'd be sick. By the way, we're in Texas right now. This is a new set. This is not going to be the new Dive Vibe set because I know it sucks. But okay, Matthew, well, thank you so much for coming on the show. Really great to have you on here, especially since we've been diving together for so long. It's nice to come full circle around. If you liked the video, go ahead and drop a like. That really helps me out while I'm growing my channel. Subscribe if you'd like to see more of this stuff. Leave a comment if you've got a question, and I'm sure Matthew will be looking at the comments. Maybe he can respond to a few of them. He comments on the videos every once in a while.
Joe's Crab Shack.
Yeah, what'd you say?
Joe's Crab Shack.
Joe's Crab Shack, that's him. If you want to support the channel, Patreon's a great way to do that, or you can buy one of my t-shirts. Links in the description. Thanks so much for diving with me, and I'll see you in the water.
Oh yeah.
That's a wrap.
Beat by Apollo, stop at New Apollo's. Cop a Henny sour and I'm puffing Jack